Well, what's up, future millionaires? I'm Mike the Investor, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the Brave browser and its native token, the BAT token, also known as the Basic Attention Token. Now, if we briefly just go back a year and a half ago, I did a video on the Brave browser and why I personally switched over to it. And this was back in April 2020. Now, in this video, we're going to do an overview on the Brave browser. What is it? The BAT token, what is it? We're also going to look at the BAT token price chart, and we're also going to dive into some key factors about the project as a whole. And then after that, we're going to answer the famous question, is the BAT token a buy for 2022 and beyond? Now remember, these videos are strictly for entertainment and educational purposes only, so please do your own research before investing. Now, I do have timestamps in the description below if you are looking for a specific section in this video. But before we dive into it, take advantage of grabbing some free Bitcoin by using the Voyager and BlockFi link in the description below. But enough talking, let's jump into it. Alright, crypto investors, welcome back to the channel. Now we are on CoinGecko, and according to CoinGecko, we can see the market's down 2.9% and the market cap is 2.3 trillion. Now, as we look at the Basic Attention Token, ranked number 82 out of the top 100, and it is currently down 7.3% on today, and it is $1.20 per token, and it is an ERC20 token as well, built on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, as we look at the market cap here, very close to 1.8 billion at 1.786 billion, and for the circulating supply, something I really like, it is very small, almost 1.5 billion, 1.493 for circulating supply, and then the max in total will be 1.5 billion even, which is a very small supply, so it doesn't take that much to really move that price. Now, as you look to the far right here, the all-time high for the Basic Attention Token is right under $2, around $1.90 according to CoinGecko. Now, I just want to briefly put in when I first started talking about Basic Attention Token. Let's go to April, and we're going to do the first, actually April 2020, and we're going to do the 1st of April. So if we look back here, we can see the Basic Attention Token has seen a lot of growth since then. This baby was around 15 to 14 cents. Now, I did two separate videos around this time, one on the Brave browser and the second one on the Basic Attention Token. Now, I am still holding my position. Quick disclaimer, but remember, do your own due diligence before investing. This is a long-term hold for me because I see the value, in this project. Now, my average cost is still around 18 cents, and you can see this baby just kind of built support and built kind of some higher lows while building support over this long run. And then you can see starting in 2021, this year, it started really building some steam, and it started taking off and hitting new highs. This was back in April when Bitcoin hit that first all-time high before it hit 69,000, which is the current all-time high. Then we pulled all the way back, built some more support, but you can see these are newer lows, higher lows, and then we can see we pulled up again and hit another all-time high, which is around that $1.90, and see we pulled back since then as well because the market has pulled back. So you can see it has a very healthy chart, but those that bought around this time, like myself, and if you're still holding, we are still sitting on a ton of gains, but I still think we have a lot more to go, definitely if you're looking at the Basic Attention Token for the long term. Which now brings us to, what is the Brave browser and what is the Basic Attention Token? So let's talk about this in the simplest terms before we briefly dive into the website to look at a little bit of literature. And so the Brave browser is a privacy browser that prides itself on giving users like me and you a faster, safer, and better experience when using the web, as far as whatever we are doing. And they do this by not allowing our information to be sold to other third parties, not allowing our actions on the web to be tracked, and also not giving us unwanted ads as well. And we have the ability to also earn passive income in the form by just using the web browser of Brave if you opt in, which brings us to the Basic Attention Token, which is the native token of this whole project. So in simplest terms, the Basic Attention Token prides itself on three main things inside of the Brave browser. That's content creators, advertisers, and the users of the platform, not in any particular order, but content creators earn passive income in BAT for publishing content. You have users who use the Brave browser earn passive income just by using the Brave browser, and then you have advertisers who pay for advertising and campaigns. They're able to actually get more for their money because they're cutting out the big man like Facebook, Google, all these big corporations who pretty much own the advertising and digital agency. It cuts all them out and allow them to get more for their buck and allow them to earn more money as well. And so it's a win-win cycle. And so in simplest terms, without adding onto the additional layers of the basic attention token, such as DeFi, the wallets and payments and all that other good stuff, that is what the basic attention token is in simplest terms. But now let's go ahead and dive into the Brave browser and kind of look at their mission and who the team is. So here we are on brave.com. Much more than a browser, Brave is the new way of thinking about how the web works. And so Brave is a mission to fix the web by giving users a safer, faster, and better browsing experience while growing support for content creators through a new attention-based ecosystem of rewards. And here's some of the team here. Brandon Ike, founder and CEO. He's the person who founded the JavaScript language and also co-founded Mozilla. And so very strong team here. Here's the leadership. Project has been out for some time now, I believe since 2017. And if we briefly go over here to the full website, the best privacy online, this is kind of how it looks on a new page. You can see trackers and ads blocked, you got bandwidth and time saved, and this is all by the different security features that the Brave browser offers. And they also have an app as well that I use when I'm on the go. But this is something that's very important. Online privacy by default, Brave versus others. So let's go ahead and look at this. Invasion ads blocked, check for Brave. You got Firefox, Safari, and Google Chrome, which are the other top engines here. You have cross-site trackers, cookies blocked, fingerprint blocked, malware and phishing protection, no IP address collected, which is super important. And so that's kind of the basic features here that the Brave browser gives to you without going all the way in detail. Now you can actually go into the detail of the advanced features if you're one of those super technical people. Now you can see advanced security, Brave rewards, and crypto wallet, and these are the other parts of the ecosystem of the Brave project inside of just offering the Brave browser. And so if we look at some of the features here of the Brave browser feature list, here are your shields, the Brave rewards, which is built on top of the BAT token, the address bar, security, tabs and windows. You have the extension and plugins. It also has its own VPN as well if you're into that. IPFS integration. You have search, and you have also your playlists as well that you can do different media things on. And so in a nutshell, that is what the Brave browser is. It is a privacy browser that gives us a safer, faster, and better experience, and it gives us the way to earn passive income just for doing something we already do. And so why is this so important for the Brave browser mission? Let's briefly take a look at this headline, because if you know anything about the digital advertising and marketing industry, it is a huge industry that's already over 350 billion. So if you take a look at what it's supposed to be around 2026, you can see why this is so important. Check this out. The Global Digital Advertising and Marketing Market Report in 2021 market to reach 786.2 billion by 2026. Digital advertising spending records growth during pandemic, and this came out November 22nd, 2021. And so you can see why the mission they're going after is so important. You can see how big this industry is, almost $1 trillion industry, which I believe it will be probably by 2030. And so now let's dive into what is the basic attention token. Let's kind of look at some literature, and then we're going to dive into some stats of the Brave browser and the basic attention token. Let's check it out. So bringing DeFi to the BAT ecosystem, we already understand what the main use case is for the BAT token: content creators, publishers, and advertisers. But now we can see we have DeFi as well into this entire ecosystem. We have the Brave wallet, we also have Brave swaps, and then coming soon you have e-commerce that you'll be able to utilize your BAT as well to purchase different things as far as goods and services. And so moving down the BAT ad ecosystem, and this is the main foundation of the BAT token. content creators, users, and advertisers. Users earn their attention, users maintain privacy as they earn back for viewing ads, creators get paid for making great content, publishers and creators earn ad revenue, and users contribute as well as tips, and then you have advertisers get a better return because Brave anonymous accounting lets advertisers know their ads' effectiveness without violating privacy. That is huge. And then when you look at some stats here, first crypto application to have more than 1 million users, on-chain transactions 3.6 million, number of wallets 7.8 million. Now we have the number of verified creators on the Brave browser ecosystem, 1.3 million. I am one of those as well since I started using the Brave browser. We also have Brave browser global usage, which is massive. You can see this project is constantly growing. I'm also going to show you the chart of this project as well. 46 million monthly active users, daily active users 14.7 million. That is massive and counting. Look at the YouTube, almost 700K. Verified creators for Twitter 187,000 and Twitch 96,000. Now I'm verified on Brave for YouTube and Twitch. And as we move down a little bit more, here is some of the ecosystem as well of the BAT token. Over 4K active campaigns, 187 countries, 400 plus advertisers to date. Look at some of the big names here: Crypto.com, Verizon, BlockFi. I mean, come on guys. We got the ecosystem here. Here is all of the different exchanges. You can pretty much purchase it anywhere. Advertisers, you have your publishers, and then as we look at gaming, which is so big right now, Gala Games and Theta TV. You can see who's already partnered with them, and not to mention they have the Grayscale backing trust as well, which I will briefly talk about when we look at some key factors for this project. Now if we go here and look at the 1.3 million Brave creators, this is how this breaks down, and you can see that this project is constantly growing, over 1.3 million overall on the Brave browser, and then it breaks down in the different social media functions here. All right, and so moving on down, Brave verified creators, if we go back just to 2019, there was only 79,000. If we go to, what is this here? This is November, so let's go to January. So January this year had 1 million, and now we are sitting at, you know, over 1.3 million. So constant growth, as we can see. You look at the Brave browser, daily active users is only growing. Look at this chart. I mean, constant growth. So you can see more adoption, more utility is coming into this project, which is what you want to see. But remember, do your own due diligence before investing. However, I am bullish on this project long term. Now, as you can see from 2019, you have BAT initiated purchases. It's just been growing. Even though it's up and down, it's still been growing each year. You have the BAT price as well, which we already kind of took a look at. I mean, a nice healthy chart. You can see this baby just been moving up and building higher lows. And then these are the Brave active campaigns, which is also good, which means people find it valuable to run a campaign on the Brave browser if you are a business or, you know, company or whatever you're trying to do. And so with that being said, you can see constant growth from the Brave browser. Earn back when you browse the internet. Browse 3 times faster than Chrome while preserving privacy, and you can also support creators by tipping and auto contributing them as well if you are a user. And so as you can see, the basic attention token is a powerhouse, which now brings us to some key factors about the Brave browser and the basic attention token as a whole. And so one of the first things is, in my opinion, I believe the Brave browser is one of the top, if not the #1 leading privacy browser in the space today. Yes, we have other privacy browsers that are doing great things such as Opera, but I believe the Brave browser is leading and have the competitive advantage over other browsers, which brings us to the second reason: Grayscale backing. Digital asset manager, the largest digital asset manager in the world, is Grayscale, and they chose to invest in the BAT token. Why is that? Because maybe they believe this project is going to be here when the smoke clears, and maybe they think this has the most competitive advantage over the other privacy browsers as well. There could be multiple reasons, but I believe just those 2 reasons I'm right on. If we look at the third key thing here, key partnerships: Solana, Binance Smart Chain, Gala Games, Theta TV. We also have unstoppable domains, which brings us to now they're able to support blockchain domains, and this is huge because blockchain domains is the future. Now, of course, the Brave browser isn't the only privacy browser or regular browser that supports blockchain domains, but this is a must-have for any type of browser if you want to be a standing threat in the future, because we know blockchain domains is the future. Now we get to the real world use case. Digital advertising and marketing is a real problem, and it is a real world use case that Brave is going after, which I showed you by the headline. It's expected to reach around 786 billion by 2026. That's just 3 to 4 years from now. And then when we look at the last thing here, we have the constant growth of the overall ecosystem and users, which means more adoption, more utility, which is going to result in more growth of the overall project. So with everything that we covered in this video, is the BAT token a buy? Well, if you're asking me, as I already mentioned earlier in the video, I am still holding my position. Now, maybe you don't own the BAT token. I think the BAT token is a buy for 2022 and beyond. Definitely if you're looking to hold this project 12 months on out. If you look at what it's going after, if you look at the consistent growth, this is only going to result in more positive growth as time go on. And also as the digital advertising agency adapts to blockchain and start using more privacy browsers, this is only going to enhance the Brave browser project as a whole and the native token, which is the BAT token. And so in my opinion, it has real world use case, it has good partnerships, it has backing from the largest digital asset manager in the world, it has consistent growth. And when you look at the founder, this person created JavaScript language and co-founded Mozilla, right? So you can see this person understands what they are doing. They have a strong team. And so when you look at all of that, right, you have to put into perspective, how long do you want to hold this project if this is something you want to hold? But if you're looking at the long term, the BAT token is a buy. So if you gain some value from this video, you know what to do. Smash that like button. That is all I got for you. Remember to stay inspired, stay motivated, always invest in yourself, and I'm out.